Welcome back to the show. Developing now, the 18-year-old driver charged over the hit-and-run crash that killed the son of the South Australian Police Commissioner has been granted bail. Prosecutors alleging he was accelerating on the wrong side of the road after doing a U-turn when Charlie was hit.
And just in, a powerful letter from Commissioner Grant Stevens and his wife Emma paying tribute to their son, the 101st life lost on South Australian roads this year.
Nine's Tom Rehn joins us now. Tommy, the letter is really heartbreaking.
It's really difficult to read, Carl, and I'll endeavour to get through it as best I can. Try and be as professional as I can. It is hard. My stepson was one of Charlie's best friends, so it's really tough. But I'll read you this post that has been revealed in the last half an hour or so. South Australian Police always make every effort to ensure lives lost on roads are recognised as people and not numbers. And today, Commissioner of Police Grant Stevens and his wife Emma want to introduce the 101st life lost on our roads this year, their youngest son Charlie. In honour of 101, the family would also like to raise awareness of the importance of organ donation and ask those reading this to talk about organ and tissue donation with your family and friends. To register for organ donation is easy. Just head to the website donatelife.gov.au. And this is the content of the letter written by the family, the Commissioner and his wife Emma. I'm sitting writing this in a bedroom with dirty clothes on the floor, an unmade bed, 6 drinking glasses lined up on the bedside table, an empty KFC box next to the glasses, wardrobe doors left open, and a row of skateboards leaning on the wall. It's a mess, and it's perfect. This is where 101 lived. 101 arrived on the 28th of April 2005 and changed our lives forever. The last of 5, he was different, cheeky, intense and funny. A lovable ratbag from the moment he could talk. He was as frustrating as hell, but he was also the kid who would look after others, befriend the lonely and help those who were struggling. Intensity shone through as 101 committed to each new passion: Lego, BBL, scooters, footy, cricket, basketball, surfing, downhilling, Fortnite and his skateboard. It was all or nothing, and it was always all. 101 hated cheese because his brother did. He was the master of the air fryer, the NutriBullet and the steamer. He loved his mum's curried sausages, but he didn't know where the dishwasher was. His favourite pastime was pushing mum's buttons, although a different name is on his birth certificate. F off Charlie was what you would hear most in our house, followed by closely by put a shirt on and take your hat off the table. 101 loved footy. He loved the Cats. He played 100 games for the Mitcham Hawks, then the Jets, the Goody Saints, the Camels and Westies. He just wanted to play and be a part of the team. It was 101 who taught us you can't shower unless you've got your Bluetooth speaker fully cramped so mum and dad can't hear themselves in the kitchen. 101 never wanted for soap, shampoo or shavers. Someone else in the house always had it, even used a used towel. His enthusiasm for school saw no bounds except start time and schoolwork, but his enthusiasm for family and his mates was real. 101 had a circle of friends the rest of us could only dream about. He loved his mates, and they loved him. His friends' parents liked having 101 in their homes. He was mates with his brother's mates. Living with him meant waking up on weekends to 4 or 5 extra bodies in spare beds and on couches. It meant the family garage being transformed into a man cave where things parents did not know about or probably would permit could happen. The only time we saw 101 truly angry was when he was forced to cut his precious hair for his sister's wedding in 2021. He never went back to a hairdresser again. Being 101's alarm clock was a role his mum and I took up when we left and started his apprenticeship. Get up, mate. Get up, mate. Mate, get up. Are you not going to work today? Followed by drive safely and don't speed became the morning mantra. 101 thrived at work. He loved working, loved his job, and he idolised his boss. It meant he had money for TA Tuesdays and Wednesday wings at the Feathers. 101 was adored by the sausage dogs, Gracie and Zoe, who would sneak into his bed at night. On a good day, we'd be lucky to see 101 for half an hour between him getting home from work and heading out with his mates, but it was enough. 101 is Charles Hinchcliffe Stevens. Charlie Charlie boy, Chaz, Link, Steve, you lived life and gave so much to so many. You're a force of nature, and we'll never forget your beautiful, cheeky, disarming smile. Son, brother, grandson, uncle, nephew, cousin, friend, workmate, teammate. So much more than just a number on a tragic tally. So pretty strong stuff. Carlos, it's difficult. I know there are so many lives lost and it's so impactful for everyone. And Charlie is the 101st this year, and it's difficult, I know, for every family. But it's just so impactful when there is a life lost. So people just please be careful and remember organ donation if you can. It's such a powerful thing to be able to do for someone else.
Tommy, those words will be with us for a long time.
Yeah.
For his family to write them, to pay tribute in such a beautiful way. It gives us insight into what that boy was like for them and to everyone who knew them. It's very powerful. We'll be back with more after this.
Well, the teenage driver accused of killing the son of South Australia's top cop has been granted bail. Prosecutors say the 18-year-old was accelerating on the wrong side of the road after doing a U-turn when he allegedly ran over Charlie Stevens. For more, we're joined by South Australian Premier Peter Malinauskas. Premier, thanks so much for your time this morning. I mean, this is a tragedy that has shocked the entire community.
It absolutely has, Sarah. I can't think of a tragedy that's really captured the hearts of the state as much as this one has. It's truly devastating. As South Australians, we've got to know our Police Commissioner exceptionally well over the last few years, particularly during COVID when he was the chief decision maker. So it's just heartbreaking to see someone who has spent his whole life dedicated to serving the community, putting himself in harm's way, now lose his son at the hands of a reckless driver potentially.
Yeah, and it's just awful, and to see him out on bail as well. I mean, have you had the chance to speak with the Police Commissioner, Grant Stevens?
Yeah, naturally I spoke to the Commissioner the morning after the events unfolded, and well, look, I'm not going to go into the details of that conversation, but the Police Commissioner is a strong man, and but he's also a human being and a father, and a loving one at that. And I can't begin to imagine, I don't think any parent can begin to imagine how painful that would be for him and their family. I've got to know them pretty well over the years, and they're really good people, Sarah, and the whole state is devastated, and particularly given the events on Friday as well, where we had Jason Doyd, a brevet sergeant in the South Australian Police Force, 50 years old, get shot to death as well.
Bail has been granted to the driver accused of a hit and run which killed Charlie Stevens, the youngest son of South Australian Police Commissioner Grant Stevens. Let's bring in 9 Adelaide presenter Tom Rehn on this one. Tom, good morning. Police are alleging that 18-year-old Darren Rantawa was accelerating on the wrong side of the road after doing a U-turn.
Harrowing details. They are just some of them, Brooke, that were released yesterday when he attended court at Christie's Beach. It's a story that has deeply affected many here in the community in South Australia and indeed around the nation. It's just been so deeply disturbing and so upsetting for so many people. As you say, the teenager accused of the hit-run death of Charlie Stevens has been freed to live with his mother after his first court appearance yesterday. Darren Rantawa has been asked, however, to surrender his passport and won't be allowed behind the wheel of a car. He's also been asked not to contact any of the witnesses who were present at the time of the hit run, the alleged hit run. So we now wait to see more details when he faces court again, Brooke. But as I say, this has been a very shocking story and one that is continuing to dominate headlines over here in South Australia.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking. Thanks, Tom.